Hello everyone, this is day 2 of the Learning Technologies vlog. I could only stay for about half a day, but I did manage to squeeze in 3 different seminars and talk to half a dozen vendors that I thought would be interesting to learn a little bit more about. Once again, on the second day, the event was quite opulent, so many people, so many wonderful specialists to talk to, so many wonderful vendors to talk to, so really nothing out of the ordinary. However, I did want to talk very briefly about some observations I made during the talks. So one of the talks was by a company called 5 Minutes, and they talked a little bit about generative AI and ChatGPT and how you can use it. And the presenter at the very beginning of his talk started with a bit of a audience participation. He asked people to raise their hand if they use ChatGPT. So practically everyone raised their hands to indicate that at some point in their lives they've used ChatGPT. And then the second question was, do you use it regularly? Do you use it on a daily basis? And then practically everyone lowered their hands, and maybe about a dozen people were left standing up or with their hands up in the air. And to me, that was a bit of a shock, to be fair, because I am one of those people who do use ChatGPT on a regular basis. It does help me save a lot of time on a lot of different mundane tasks, but also on more creative tasks around training design and learning experience and even email writing. So to me, that was a bit of a shock. I didn't realize that I was in the majority. I was rather in the minority of L&D people who use ChatGPT as regularly as I do. So that was a bit of a aha moment for me. I don't know what the reason is. Is it because it's such a new thing that people still haven't found use for it? Or is it because they don't know how to? Again, I don't have a lot of data to indicate a specific answer to this question at this point in time, but it would be very curious to learn why it's not as widely used as I thought it was going to be. Another thing that I really enjoyed was to see that we're now starting to see a lot more studies and empirical evidence around the use of AR and VR in learning and training in particular. There was a very interesting presentation by what are they called? Sorry, I don't know what the company was called. I apologize for that. There was AR and VR in the name, and they did talk about the findings that they have from the many companies that they work with, and they're essentially providers of AR and VR, virtual reality and augmented reality and mixed reality and accelerated reality and all these other realities, basically. But they did bring in one of their customers, the AA from the UK, who highlighted how they're using that platform. But the reason I mentioned this is because it's now interesting to start seeing those results of, okay, how does AR and VR training compared to classroom training, compared to e-learning, compared to, that's what they compared it, but it'll be interesting to see further down the line how that compares to things that even like kind of traditional coaching, traditional mentoring, peer learning, and so on. So there's definitely, again, a lot of developments to be seen in that area particularly. One thing that I didn't particularly like is that vendors still shy away from showing how things work in practice. I don't know why. Are they afraid that someone's going to steal it? Maybe. Are they afraid that it's too complicated for the people who are supposed to use it? If that's the case, then you need to rethink your strategy. But I really wanted to see more practical applications. I really wanted vendors to stand up and say, okay, click here, do this, kind of make it a little bit more practical. As you guys know, here at the L&D Academy, our slogan has been and always will remain practical L&D education without the fluff. I still see a lot of fluff in L&D, and I really want to see more practical than fluff. Other than that, really another great day. Really well done to the organizers. A lot less technical issues this time around, which I think was really great. And let's see what happens next, because I think the technology is gonna really overturn how we do L&D, how we approach training and e-learning and learning design and learning experience overall. So that'll be interesting to see, and I can't wait to really start living in this new world full of generative AI, VR, AR, and all sorts of wonderful technologies. Some of those obviously will be fads, some of those will probably stay. I have my predictions for which is which, but let's see what happens. I don't want to be proven wrong, and I don't want this video to age really poorly in some time. Other than that, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you with our kind of regularly scheduled content. For now, bye.